We couldn't experience this. But now it has piled to a longer height which cannot be contained in one place. That's why you saw it fall down. You get it? It fall down and affected the people. So there is no let's say, new history about this. It is self-explanatory. We overpiled the place with wastes of different layers, and now it is serving back negatively. That it is everyone's role to promote environmental protection. We have seen the president clearly emphasizing environmental protection. Of recent, I saw the CDF himself, Gen.Muhoozi in Rugaba, emphasizing tree growing across all barracks. It's true that in Uganda we are the very good policy makers, only that we have a challenge on implementation. When you read through the National Environment Act number 5 of 2019, it clearly highlights how we should manage wastes in the country. Actually, starting from the household level, that every house can be in a position of managing their own wastes without, without tampering with nature or benefiting the nature to benefit from these wastes. In the same way, we have wastes from industrial wastes from these industries. Those can be in the form of chemicals, those can be in the form of air pollutions. Like all of these, the policy highlights how each industry can be in a position of managing or minimizing these wastes into the atmosphere or into the environment. For example, those who are into plastic or production of these polymers, I mean the polythene bags, the plastics, all these non-biodegradable wastes, they are guided to have alternation of recycling these products. That if I have bought a Renzori water or Aquafina, after using, I should be in position of putting a plastic somewhere, then the very company comes, takes it, recycle it for use. In this way, I will be managing, or someone will be managing waste, not polluting the environment. At the same time, we have polythene bags. That if we cannot replace these packing items, like the polythene bags with, let's say, with the papers, we can be in a position that after using this polythene, how are you going to dispose it? How are you going, are you going to do open dumping, you know? In this way, Ugandans have not got a chance to know what the policy means. Or even the industrial persons have not been given a chance to implement the law, or have not been given tasks, have not been tasked to implement what the law says. And we should not be waiting for NEMA, because NEMA may not be everywhere. At the same time, we as local people, we are the culprits from all these negative impacts of environmental pollution with these wastes. For example, you have seen what is happening in Kitezi. This place has been under use since 1996. That over 28 years, people have been using this place, authorities have been using this place as a dumping area. But at the same time, we know we are dumping materials or items which some of them are biodegradable, they decompose, but almost like 50% of that waste is non-biodegradable. Meaning at one time the same area will be full. You get it? If there is no, we didn't have an alternative or an immediate solution to these wastes apart from dumping them somewhere. So what do we learn from this? Or how best can we minimize before we look for other dumping sites, how best can we handle these wastes? We have, I talked of recycling. This is reusing the item, you get. That if you cannot reuse the item, can the company recycle it for the same purpose? Instead of piling plastics in a given area, can we have someone recycling them? That is the best way, and it is very much possible. When you go like countries like Germany, over 60% they recycle their wastes. And this is the habit which can be adopted by all of us here. Similarly, can we talk about reusing these items for other purposes? For example, in every house, they cook. They have banana peelings. They have these banana leaves as well, you know, to cover their foods. But every day, I normally see the KCCA vehicle coming here to carry these wastes, to take these wastes away. But these wastes are not isolated, they are not like separated. Meaning there is a poor waste management from the household level, which we must embrace as communities. That if I have biodegradable wastes aside, I again have non-biodegradables aside, it gives a chance to someone who will be taking these wastes for recycling easy. Again, it gives a chance to use these biodegradable wastes for other purposes. I'm talking about biogas. That biogas, this is generated from wastes. And you all know that biogas in countries like Tanzania, it is used over 80%. That instead of fighting with electricity for cooking energy, families are using biogas, which we don't have here in Uganda. That if each family embraces this, or if each family is taught and guided on how to use or to generate biogas from their biodegradable wastes, Uganda, we shall find ourselves not needing enough like larger dumping sites for these wastes. Similarly, when you talk about the waste management from the household level, you can avoid some of these wastes. You have no reason why you should be, let's say, you can get other solutions. You have no reason why you should be buying a polythene bag, yet you can have a paper bag, which can degrade. That instead of using in the supermarket, instead of packing your items in a polythene bag, can you get a paper bag which will decompose? Something which decomposes does not need a larger surface area. You get it? But the challenge we are having, that KCCA or other authorities takes these wastes, dump them somewhere. But remember, in the same area, they cannot, for example, in Kitezi, wastes couldn't like decompose to form one layer. They have been in multiple layers. The layer of plastics, the layer of clothes, the layer of polythene bags, the layer of decomposing manure and dying animals, you know. Once this is in one place, and there is no like the chance for compaction to form one layer, the matter formed, it is not solid enough to be static in one place. That's why when rains came, it has been easy for these, like this Kitezi, this hill which we piled up, to falling on people in the name of sliding. We cannot call it landslide because this is artificially generated by ourselves. This hill was generated by ourselves. You get it? And the mistake we did, we couldn't isolate these plastics. I mean, we couldn't isolate these wastes into layers. But now we can learn that for the other decomposing, the other dumping site we may get, can we know which wastes can we put there? For example, we have people here who can be welcoming, who can be using our wastes, our degradable wastes. For example, myself, I can give you area to put these biodegradable wastes if you are sure that all of the items you are bringing, all of the waste you are bringing are biodegradables. we can bury these. You know, you bury these wastes. You bury them, that after months you are generating humus for your own consumption. You know, many soils now are losing what we call the fertility. They are no longer fertile. But at the same time, these wastes from our homes, they are enough to regenerate these soils. When we are promoting soil health, we need humus. And humus can be got from these biodegradable wastes we are talking about. That before KCCA comes to pick these items, can we know where they are taking these wastes? Can we have somewhere that this is a farm meant for biodegradables only? Then we say, you the plastic producers, you the polythene producers, you also come and collect your wastes from here. You incinerate them. During incineration, this is burning. You incinerate them where the accumulations are, like the gases are contained. Then you generate what we call heat energy. Heat energy can serve for multiple purposes. It can be used to generate electricity itself. But only that these policies are not yet implemented at a national level, simply because the communities are not aware there is information gap. And this information gap can be addressed through the government structures, through us, the organizations, or the well-wishers. Trust me, if we come up with such policies, or if we implement such policies, we shall be in a position of, let's say, minimizing the side effects of these wastes. We have seen, I remember of recent we saw a video where a woman was open dumping of these wastes into a drainage channel. This is very, very unfortunate that someone is not informed, someone is not aware that the wastes he or she is dumping in a drainage channel will block, you get. And after blocking this, you will see the degree of flooding in town. You get it? Go to Narukorongo. When you are coming in this side, you see Narukorongo. But part of it, almost the first layer has been full of wastes from the communities. So, if we did teach the local people that open dumping is bad, what could be the side effect, this negative side effect of you dumping your wastes into a water channel? We normally see flooding in Kampala. That whenever it rains, floods are everywhere. This is very, very unfortunate. That because the drainage system is blocked, there is no enough space, there is a competition between wastes and water. This has totally affected the rate of waste management in the country. But again, we are the very persons who are going to suffer the impacts. For example, those people who were buried, we are sorry, by these wastes, we are sorry for them. But at the same time, as government, as KCCA, as NEMA, are you doing enough? You must have been aware that this site is full enough. It can no longer contain more wastes. But what did you do? Apart from now coming in the name of rescuing the communities. So to some extent you see that as far as project implementation by our government, you cannot tell maybe it is lack of enough resources or not being so much interested in implementing what they are meant to be doing, but really there is a question somewhere that where were you before you keep dumping? You must have seen this going to happen. You get it? Then you, the local people, were the people guided that how far should you be from this hill? That's why you see the nearby communities are nowhere to be seen because they were fully buried. Meaning people were not sensitized. So now here you will caution someone who approved them to construct buildings. You saw someone constructing a flat of more than 3 floors. Now it is down. So you can imagine how heavier this hill of garbage was. You get it? So to some extent, this is not a blame game. What can we do? Can we come up with alternatives? Can we say that all biodegradable wastes, we need them from household? That before you take them, first check them. Are all biodegradables? Pack them somewhere. We should be having a plant. I have been at Bugorobi, the sewage treating plant of National Water Sewage and Corporation. They are doing a very good job. We have tanks where gas, methane are collected. And all of these are later used as cooking energies. You get to run the machines in industries. So can we have the same, that all wastes from the community, provided that biodegradables, we need them somewhere. We get various purposes out of this. Talk about burning. Provided the way you are burning, we call it incineration. You contain the emissions not to pollute the environment. This would be a very good strategy. That before you pile them somewhere, can we burn them? Can we bury them? You get it? Really, there is not only that Kampala, yes, Kampala we are, okay, the place is limited. Someone has no land where you can be buried these wastes. But we have people, we have people with farms in near areas. Can we come up with a point that we need all of these wastes to generate manure for our farms, surely? I'm sure in this way, we shall be helping the government, we shall be helping ourselves, as well as setting up prophylaxis measures which are necessary to minimize plastic pollution in the country.
I think you have.
It is very true that we can generate renewable energy from these wastes. I've given an example that in Tanzania, over 80% at family-hold level, they depend on renewable energies, which has kept the environment safer, that there is less use of charcoal. But on a daily basis, you see charcoal coming from far ends coming to Kampala. Meaning the government can come up with a policy on renewable energy. Trust me, here we shall be saving the community. We shall be saving ourselves as the government. Similarly, that with renewable energy, because like the capital of this energy, it is from with us. On a daily basis, we generate wastes which are needed to be used as in the name of renewable energies. So meaning it is very much sustainable and it is very much possible that as a country we only need a clear structure which cannot be fluctuated. By minimizing the amount of wastes from the public, we shall be having enough raw materials to be used in generating these renewable energies. Similarly, you see what happened in Kitezi. You know, in science, you don't lie. Things are always done the way they should be done. This is a waste dumping area, but the type of waste is different. We have biodegradables, we have plastics, we have polythene bags, we have diapers, those are pampers, and clothes. These are different layers. That once you pile them in one place, by all means, they will never compact to form one layer. You get? So it's like, you know, without a chance of them forming one layer, the thing remains shaky. You know, the heel remains shaky and soft. So, by the time of rain is coming, enough rain is coming, they will keep this place able to move from one place to another in the name of sliding. This is what happening in Kitezi. That before the hill was too high, like too tall, we couldn't experience this. But now it has piled to a longer height which cannot be contained in one place. That's why you saw it fall down. You get it? It fall down and affected the people. So there is no let's say, new history about this. It is self-explanatory. We overpiled the place with wastes of different layers, and now it is serving back negatively.
Is there any other thing that you would wish to talk about before we conclude?
It is very true that it is everyone's role to promote environmental protection. We have seen the president clearly emphasizing environmental protection. Of recent, I saw the CDF himself emphasizing the issue of tree growing within barracks. And I'm very happy as an organization, Million Trees International Organization, working hand in hand with the Ministry of Water and Environment and our Running Out of Trees campaign, we are growing trees. Together with the National Forest Authority, together with the NEMA, we are growing trees. Under conservation forestry, agroforestry programs with the local people on farmers' land, urban forestry programs with UNRWA. All these efforts are timely necessary and highly appreciated as far as environmental protection is concerned. So it is everyone's role that through the little effort you can contribute, we shall be in a position of saving our environment. Lastly, on wastes, if you have visited Rwanda, there is no bus which can be allowed to enter Rwanda with plastics. It is, I beg the government, can we implement the ban on plastic production, on polymer production? But in this way, we shall minimize, because the rate of plastic supply and use in the country is far, far higher than the rate of plastic recycling in the country. That on a daily basis, you can find over 600 tons of plastics under use and distribution across the country. But how many tons of these plastics are getting recycled? This has been impossible. We have not achieved this. That's why there is a lot of wastes in accumulation, and by all means, without a ban on plastic production, it's going to be hard for us to achieve what we are talking about. Is Gen.Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who is emphasizing tree growing across all barracks. And of recent, we were in Kachiri with Brigadier Semwanga, where we grew 3,000 trees. We were in Chimaka, we have been at URDCC, we have been at Orim, go to Rubongi. All those areas, we are moving and growing trees with these soldiers, together with the local people near to these areas.